Hi guys, I'm Angelo from S2AS Sports. Today I'm going to run you through a premium wakeboard from Liquid Force, the new 2024 Liquid Force Illusion. Okay, so let's run through some of the features. The Illusion is a high-end board from Liquid Force. It's got so many features, it's unreal. So what I'm going to do on this video is I'm going to break every single one of them down step by step for you guys, so you've got a good understanding of each feature and what that feature does. So first feature I want to talk about, and the reason I want to talk about this one is one of my favorites, so I want to get straight to the point with it. So basically, this board has 360-degree beveled edges. And basically what that means is from here all the way around the edge of the board, okay, the edges are lifted ever so slightly, as you can see here. And the board sits slightly higher on the water, so it's less fatiguing if you're spending a lot of time on this particular board. But the main feature is it makes it really, really catch-free. So whether you're landing off a kicker and you're slightly off axis, it will pull you straight, the line will, and because you're slightly lifted on the water and you've got this beveled edge, it won't catch. Okay, so that's really, really good on the rails. And then on the tip and the tail has the same thing. You're probably taught to ollie on and ollie off every obstacle that you see, which is great and you should do that. But this makes it a little bit more forgiving, and which in turn every rider wants a board that's easier to ride, more forgiving and very easy to progress on. Okay, the core of the board, the all-important core, okay? So basically, this is a forward core flex board, okay? And there's designs in this core that make it a lot easier for you, the rider. So this is how it works. Here, there's a scoop of core been taken out. And what that does is actually stiffens up the belly, okay, to give you more pop. And then as you get out into the tips, it becomes more flexible. So you've got flex in your tip and your tail. They've actually taken out a load of the core, the wood core here, and replaced it with bio-resin, okay? That adds more flex, more pop, and it makes the board lighter. And by doing that, has an added bonus of less swing rate. So if you're a rider that's going off kickers and you're nailing anything from your 180s, your 360s, your 540s, whatever, and you're getting close and you're not quite landing it, or you're going slightly off axis, this will help massively because it lessens the swing rate. It helps you stay on axis on that spin. Flex tracks, another favourite of mine. This board has got so many features. So basically how the flex track works is really, really simple. You've not got or governed by inserts of where you put your binding. So you've got infinite settings on your stance, width and angle, okay? So you can set it up however you like. That's the first bonus. The second bonus is the board and the flex and the track flexes, okay? So on any other board on the market, you have 6 or 8 inserts. They're designed not to flex because naturally when they flex, they pop out, okay? Which obviously you don't want to pop an insert on a board. So Liquid Force had the flex track, and basically what that does is that's a track system that will constantly flex with you. So when you're pressing on your nose or your tail on an obstacle, the board will flex in this area, not just this area or this area. Okay, all the features are great, but it's got to stand the test of time, right? Nobody wants to buy a wakeboard and have it for a season that's destroyed itself. So let's talk about the build quality. How good is the durability for the Illusion for 2024? Okay, so it has a couple of features that really stand out. First, let's talk about the base. So this is Liquid Force's grind base. So this means you can do lap after lap, sliding off every obstacle in the park, and the base will stand the test of time. It will hold up, okay? That's one thing. The second thing is the rail. Liquid Force called it a liquid rail. And basically what it is, it's like a urethane material that runs between the top and the bottom sheet of the board. And it's super easy to repair and it flexes. So for example, let's say you add an ABS rail. ABS is in a lot of old skull wakeboards and snowboards. It's plastic. And when you hit plastic with a hammer, especially when it's cold, it becomes brittle and it will crack. You get little hairline cracks in it. Those hairline cracks will take on water, the core will get damp, the board will eventually break. With liquid rail, that won't happen because it's a urethane, it's a watertight material. You could take big chunks out of this, drop a little bit of epoxy resin in it, you're ready to go again. Super, super durable and super easy to repair. Base of the board, let's talk about the channeling. Okay, so basically what you've got here is you've got two channels that run just outside of the binding and they end again just outside of the opposite end binding, okay? And what that does is that gives you extra grip, whether you're literally dropping a rail in to hit the next obstacle or you're landing something big, that will help you get the extra grip, more speed, more pop, okay? That's really, really good. You've also got this single concave here, which will leave a layer of air in between the board itself and the water, which will make the board not sticky. So it'll be really easy to release on obstacles and also when you're popping off the water. So I guess right now, you're all asking, what's the difference between the 2023 Illusion and the 2024 Illusion? Well, let me tell you, it's not just graphic, okay? Albeit this graphic is sick for 2024, that is not the only thing. The rocker line has been changed. This is a continuous rocker line and it's more rocker in the board. Now, that will do two things for you. That'll offer you more pop, okay? It'll make it a little bit more forgiving and it'll also make it less fatigue on your arms as well when you're getting pulled around the cable park. So that's a massive new feature for the Illusion for 2024. So let's just summarize. For 2024, the Illusion has bags, absolutely bags of features. We talked about the liquid rails, okay? We talked about the wood core and the tip tech, the bio-resin. We talked about the flex track, how it literally will fit any binding. Don't get confused and think only liquid force bindings fit these boards. That is not the case. Any binding will go on the flex track. Grind base we talked about as well, which is obviously grind base, you can go forever, all day long on obstacles. Lifted rails, so obviously the 360 degree on the beveled edges as well, and the continuous rocker that we talked about as well. That's completely new for 2024, the continuous rocker. So that's all the features for the Illusion for 2024. So who's it for? The Illusion 2024, what type of rider wants to buy this? Well, if you ride boat, stop watching this video now because this board is not for you, okay? This is a cable-driven wakeboard. It's really designed for that rider that's really pushing his riding. Rides a couple of times a week at least, learning new tricks and wants to see fast progression. What's it gonna cost? It's $599 for 2024 and it comes in 3 sizes. It comes in a 142, a 147 and a 152 centimeters. So there's a size there for everyone. Bear in mind, if you haven't bought a wakeboard for a while, you'll notice those sizes are big. This is a size up wakeboard, okay? So it's not like if you're 80 kilos, you would go for that 139 centimeter board. That's all changed. The new core, the new technologies in these boards allow you to size up. If you have any questions about sizing, please put comments below or get in contact with us at S2AS. We'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I'm Angelo from S2AS Sports. Please, please, please share, like, and subscribe to our channel. The reason being is because the more of you guys that watch these videos, the more likely we're to do and review other products. It's super important to us. We want to give something back. So in turn, please like and share these videos. If you've got any questions at all, please contact us. We've got a physical store in Poole. Our phone number is 01202 738 448, or you can check us out online at S2AS.com. Thanks very much for watching.